Welcome back. Our prize is getting ready for their big finale, and we're here with an artist whose submission is highlighting veterans' mental health. Travis Snyder, a Marine veteran and Davenport University admissions rep, joins us live in studio this morning to show us some of his work. Thanks so much for being here and waking up early with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you. First, tell us about your project. It's called The Wild as Witness.
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal was to highlight veteran mental health and tie it into the great outdoors and what it means to go outside, get into nature, get away from the distractions of the world and everyday life, and what it means to a veteran that's going through a transition from service. And just getting outside and finding a hobby, whether it be hunting or fishing, walking, hiking, and how much that can really help a person get through that season of life where they're trying to find their way as a civilian again.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, we're seeing some of your artwork now, and I love that you are using photography in a competition where we're seeing all different types of art. Now, are you taking these pictures yourself?
Yeah, there's some awesome, wonderful, very abstract projects out there. And then for my project, it's actually film photography, which I know not a lot of people shoot anymore, but I went with medium format film, fell in love with it a few years ago, and decided to use that as my medium for this project, and it was a lot of fun just meeting up with all these different friends along the lakeshore and shooting.
Absolutely. I love that we're seeing places that we recognize here in West Michigan. And we talked earlier, Travis, that you're highlighting different vets. I love that we're seeing the many different ages of vets that are part of this story. Talk about that.
Yeah, that was the goal too, was to try to highlight veterans from different backgrounds and generations and kind of talk about what their particular experience was when they were leaving service, and each of them offered something a little bit different as far as what it was outside that they were tied to. Some of my friends got into cycling and running. Some of them really got into the hunting and the outdoor sports, like fishing and all that good stuff too. And yeah.
Whatever it may be. Now, I know that you are a Marine vet yourself. How does your experience play into the artwork that we're seeing?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, when I got out of service, probably about 7 years ago, it was right after deployment to Afghanistan. And I know for myself and a lot of my Marine brothers, we got out and we thought everything would be fine. We thought that we had a handle on everything. And for the most part, a lot of us did. But I don't think we fully understood everything that we'd be experiencing inside, mentally and emotionally, as we're trying to transition back. And it can be a big, heavy task for somebody to go through that. And every story is different. Everybody's experience is different. It doesn't matter if you served overseas or stateside. It doesn't matter what branch you're in or what your job was in the military. Mental health is important, and my goal with this project was to, one, encourage more veterans to speak up about their experience. Don't be afraid to talk about what you're going through, and then B, just kind of let them know that the treatment for each person can be different, but we have a tool that's available to us, the great outdoors, that can play a huge role in finding peace.
That's accessible to all of us, really, at any time.
Absolutely, yeah. And so that was the big goal, and I hope that we did that through this project.
Yeah, really cool message there. I want to get back to your artwork here shortly, but first, you're also an admissions rep for Davenport University. You're enrolled there yourself. This is additional work that you're doing with members of the military and our veterans. Talk about that.
For sure, yeah. So my role at Davenport University is to, we have a lot of service members that want to utilize their education benefits, whether it be tuition assistance or the GI Bill. And so in my role, it's kind of guiding through veterans through that process. And like a lot of things, when you get out of service, it's like, how do you navigate the VA? How do you navigate trying to get health care with the VA or education benefits? And so having somebody kind of alongside of you to help you through that process can make things a lot easier. A lot of us have been through trying to utilize the GI Bill or tuition assistance and whatnot. So in my role, it's been a blessing being able to kind of help veterans.
Yeah, it makes total sense that you would be in that role. I think that fits you perfectly. Okay, so getting back to your artwork, where can people find it, and what do you want people to take away from it when they walk away from your exhibit?
Absolutely. So it can be found downtown at the Veterans Memorial Park, just off Fulton Street. We partnered up with Art for Honor, and there's 26 other veterans that have artwork pieces there. Again, some very abstract, awesome artwork that you'll see there. and it'll be up till Sunday morning. And then my takeaway, or what I hope that veterans will, especially veterans and viewers will take away from this, is that, if you're a veteran, I hope that you'll be encouraged to speak up and share your own experience with mental health and emotional well-being. If you're somebody who has lost a loved one to maybe to veteran suicide, my hope is that you will find some community through this and know that you're not alone in your grieving. And if you're somebody that can't relate to either one, but you want to be able to be there and be present for a veteran, I hope that you know that you can make a huge difference just by being present and just by being an active listener. And you don't have to have all the tools and all the answers for somebody who's struggling with mental health, but if you can just be present and just be there, it goes a long way.
Yeah, such an important message. Just be there. Travis, I think the work you're doing is amazing. Thank you again for joining us live
I appreciate it, Emily.
this
Thanks so
morning.
much. Yeah.
Absolutely.